I woke up this morning in like a really good mood. Like I slept really well and I feel better. Even though my knee feels like shit, I still like woke up happy. And I was like, all right, today we're going to go thrifting. We're going to go out to eat, yada, yada, yada. Made all these plans. And then like, as I'm getting ready, one of my friends was like, I thought you said that you were in that Casey Anthony documentary. And I was like, a bitch I am. And they said, well, I watched it last night and I didn't see you. Effectively getting my fucking hopes up that they had like removed me from it. Because I made a TikTok, like my TikTok profile is currently private. Give me my tax information so I can shut this shit down. But it's currently private. And before like it went private, I had made a TikTok like calling them out. Like I really would have appreciated a fucking heads up. You could have just like told me what you were doing. Because I've had so many people be like, oh, you should have got that coin, yada, yada, yada. No, because it's within fair use. They didn't rip my entire video. It's like 4 seconds long. Like, who cares? Most people would be thrilled to be a part of something like that, like the exposure and everything, except they didn't tag me, thank God. But I thought, okay, well, maybe they saw my fucking TikTok that got 300,000 views before I privated my account, because I did tag them. And yes, I did. So I sat down and I tried to like scroll quickly through it. Like I was like watching it like I did the first time that I saw it when I was trying to find myself. And I didn't see myself. But then I realized, okay, so this is like a very, very short clip. And this is skipping 10 seconds ahead. So I sat down and I rewatched the entire 3rd episode, which is the one that I'm in, to see if I wasn't there. And I got almost halfway through and I didn't see myself. And I was like, oh my God, did they actually fucking remove me from? Because that's something that they can do. I mean, it's on a streaming service. They can simply just take me down. They didn't. Right as I relaxed, it cut to, because I got that $5 accounts. I'm not paying for ad removal. I've got a $5 Peacock account. Right when I got my hopes up, it returns from the little ad break, and there I am. There's my fucking happy ad. So I got my hopes up that they had removed me from the documentary, but they didn't. That's okay. I'm just honestly shocked as shit that nobody has recognized me from it, other than the fact that I've lost a lot of weight since then. I still think I look the same though. I don't know. Anyways, actually, that's kind of a lie, because the people that have recognized me are the people that follow me online. So it really does go to show you, like, the shit that people do online. Have you ever, like, looked at somebody online, like, their antics on the internet and thought, does this bleed into real life? The answer is, it possibly no. Like, no, I didn't do anything problematic. I said what we were all saying. But there are a lot of people that I just kind of look at them, like, in their behavior online, and I'm like, are you embarrassed to go in public, like, knowing your behaviors online? Nobody around them probably realizes. And if anybody does realize it, it's probably like 1 in 200 people they walk past on the street. So yeah, if you wonder if online content creation bleeds into real life, no, even though that documentary is the #1 search thing on Peacock right now. NBC is one of the biggest networks in the world. If you're wondering if that has affected my life at all, the answer is no. Which is just like, please continue. Please continue to be a thing. Please continue to be a thing. Anyways, I woke up this morning. I wanted to go thrifting. I wanted to go out to eat. I wanted to go to eat at a particular restaurant. I talked to my ex-husband this morning, who told me that he tried to go to the same restaurant last night and they didn't have like any ingredients. Like, they were out of stock of everything. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother. And when Epps and I drove by on the way to the thrift store, the whole parking lot was packed. I get like very anxious with like waiting places. So when we're making our choices of like where we're going to eat when we go out, I usually pick places that I know there's not a lot of people or the wait time's going to be short. Like, I get so anxious about even sitting in my car for extended periods of time that I won't go through drive-thrus if there's a line. Because I'm like, oh my God, the car's going to explode. Or just something stupid. Like, I just, how anxiety is, I just cycled through every possible fucking scenario. But we went to Goodwill and we went to this little local thrift store, and Epps found a rack for his weights and I found this. I'm very happy and very excited. Her face does have shit on it, but I'm pretty sure that's from me holding her in the car. It's makeup from my face. It just is what it is. When you buy things from thrift stores, sometimes they're a little grody. And then we went to the other thrift store, and I'm trying to find a curio cabinet for my living room, and they had several, but I didn't know if I'd be able to get them in the van, and like Epps would have to do it by himself with how fucked up my knee is. So we didn't get anything there, but I did get her, and he did get his bench weight thingy. It's a thing that holds weights, okay? That's what it is. And then my friend was throwing out a lamp, and I was like, if you don't want that, I'll take it. And they were like, I don't know if it still works. And I was like, if the lamp still works, that's a perk. I wanted it for the shade. Like the lampshade looks like all pretty and vintage, but it's got a lot of like nicotine stains on it. So my plan is to paint it. And I really wanted to paint it purple, like a deep purple, a royal purple, because black will just blend in with my bedroom set. So I was like, okay. And I already have a pink lamp in my room. So I was like, okay, I'll just do purple. And we went to Joann Fabrics, and I'm trying to figure out, and if anybody has any suggestions, I can paint the lamp shade, but it also has like the frilly dangly things that are all fabric. So, you know, Epps said, well, maybe we should paint that with like the can paint, and then like black, because that's pretty much the only color they have in the shot paint, and then hand paint the rest purple, and that could work. But I haven't eaten, and I became very overwhelmed, and I can't handle literally fucking anything when I'm hungry. So what I did end up getting while there was this. The mission, keep in mind, the mission was paint for a lampshade. And I ended up leaving with this. It's a doll that you make your own doll. It's to make your own doll. They didn't really have anything. All they had was these little hats. So I got it a hat, and I got some buttons for its eyes. I don't know what I'm going to do to decorate it. I don't know how I'm going to dress it. I don't even know if I'm going to give it hair. But I was on a mission for fabric paint, and I left with this. So I think that I still was pretty successful. Life update, because I haven't talked to you guys since it was 1 p.m. and it's now like 6:37. I don't fucking know. So I ended up cleaning the house, doing the cat boxes, doing a couple loads of laundry. I ate lunch. I don't know what happened between there and there, but I did become violently ill. Like, it was bad. It was bad. So then I fell asleep because I felt like that was the only thing that I could do. I had to sleep through what I was feeling. Wake up, and I realize I don't have my fucking wedding ring. I don't know where it went. It had to have fallen off when I was doing laundry. It's like a size 8, and at this point, with all my weight loss and everything, I'm like a 6.5, maybe a 7. It fell off. It could be in the washer. It could be in the dryer. It could be in the fucking black void that is the dirty clothes. I could have thrown it out with the cat litter. There's like a million fucking places it could be. So I start to panic because I have to work tomorrow. And let me tell you something. Me walking into work without a ring on my finger would be hot fucking gossip. You would think that people wouldn't care. But in a town where the population is so small, it doesn't show up on the population counter. It just shows the town next to you. People care. And people notice. So I decided to get my happy ass up and go to CVS and buy a fake ring, because they have them. They have these like fake engagement set thingies for like $10-15. While I was there, I found a real sterling silver ring. It was beautiful, and I almost bought it, because it's something that I can wear either after my ring is found or we have to replace it. Decided against it because I found a really gaudy set of engagement, wedding set, whatever the fuck it is. I'm only married. I don't know these things. So I went ahead and got it because it was only $10. It's way too big. It's way too big. I struggle a lot with like being able to see my body for what it is. But also, getting a fake set is something that we have discussed a lot, because something like more gaudy to kind of try to get men to leave me alone a little bit more at work. Something a little more eye-catching and in your face, so that I don't have men, pulling me to the side at work and asking me if I'm single. Ultimately, though, those are not the ones you have to worry about. It's the ones that don't give a shit if you are or not. But it's something that we have discussed a lot. It's like me getting a fake, like, wedding ring set. So I went ahead and I got this. It's entirely too big. It's big, it's gaudy, it's eye-catching, but it's entirely too big. And it's really lucky that landed right in my makeup bag. It's a fucking party trick. I got a size large. I needed a size like medium or small. I don't know. I'm terrible at being an adult. Even when I'm trying to be a fucking adult, I'm terrible at it. I'm fucking horrible at it. And the thing is, I'm going to be like running a register and making food and taking orders and be having to deal with it falling off just like my other ring. So I can't take it back. It's non-returnable. I might give it to my sister because this is like the size that she wears. But I think if I go to Walmart, maybe I can find one. But then I'd have to go to Walmart. And that's pretty much the downside. I have to fucking go to Walmart. And I'm out $10. So I did get Oreo ice cream while I was there. So that was the fucking silver lining. And the only silver lining. It actually comes with 3 rings. Look how gaudy. Like, that's what I want for work. Just something big and eye-catching. Obnoxious and in your face. You know what I mean? Like something like there. Like there. You have no excuse that you didn't fucking see it. Someone's going to get in my comments and be like, that's what my wedding band set looks like. I don't even know that you exist. Why do you think that I'm being mean to you? That's just all I have to say about it. Don't act like Sam Collins on TikTok. Love him to death. Love you to death. But he takes everything as a personal attack. If you make a TikTok about something and it applies to him, he will duet it looking at you angry and or confused. Hello. Sir? Serious. Serious Black. Gotta let everybody know that I did pitch. If you have made it this far in this boring ass vlog, thank you. I am trying to get to the point that there are, you know how they say there's 2 things in life that are certain, death and taxes. Well, I'm trying to be the third certain thing. Death, taxes, and me uploading no matter how fucking boring my day is. Not every day is going to be exciting. In fact, for me, only about 1 day a year is exciting, and it's just life. That's life. Welcome to life. It sucks here sometimes, most of the time, actually. So anyways, I just wanted to get more into detail about what happened yesterday at my psychiatrist's office. Like, I feel like I really did not really let you guys know how fucking terrifying it was. So basically what happened was my youngest son, his school thinks that he has ADHD, and they think that he has the type of ADHD that I have, which is the inattentive type, not the hyper type. It's inattentive. So they want me to get him evaluated so that they can work it into his 504 plan, which is like a legal plan they have in place to make sure that kids who need accommodations can get them, and that their teachers and the staff at school legally cannot go against that plan or ignore it without like legal consequences. Like, he has a 504 in place for his diabetes and his autism, and we want to get one in place if he does have ADHD. I never thought that he had ADHD because he likes what he likes, but he does have autism. He likes what he likes, but he is, on the spectrum. But his teacher and, his aide and his like occupational therapist and stuff, they all think that he has ADHD, and it's possible. I mean, my oldest son has ADHD and autism, and usually they go hand in hand. I mean, shit, I have ADHD. It's always a fucking possibility. It never hurts to get him evaluated. And it definitely wouldn't hurt to put it on, his legal plan so he can be protected in case he needs accommodations for. I don't know. I'm not in his classroom when he's in school, Anyways, I was sitting in the waiting room, and I was filling out a paper to get started on the process of doing that. And while I'm sitting there, this man comes in. He fucking swings the door open so hard I thought the hinges were going to break. Now, let me be very, very clear about something. The secretaries and all that are safe behind bulletproof, shatterproof glass. All the nurses, the counselors, the psychiatrists, the doctors, they're all safe behind locked doors. You can't get in without being buzzed in or having somebody come up that has like a key to let you in. So the only people within reach of this man were me and 2 other people sitting in the waiting room. So he comes in and he flings open the door and he starts banging on the window, which is a big fucking no-no. You don't bang on the window to get the people's attention. It doesn't matter if you're late. It doesn't matter how long you've been standing there. You don't do it. There's literally a giant fucking sign that says, "Do not bang on the glass." She's sitting right there. She sees you. Actually, there's 2 of them. So immediately she slides the window open so the little mouthpiece is there. And immediately he says, "I don't want no inward counselor." And there's I think there's 1 or 2 black counselors in the facility. And he told her that he didn't want either of them because they were predators. Literally just said this. I need a minute because I might start crying. He literally said this just because of the color of their fucking skin. I genuinely, with every fucking fiber of my being, want to know what the fuck is wrong with people. I mean, obviously you are here because you are mentally ill. That's why we're all here. But being mentally ill has never made me behave that way. It's never made me think that way. You would be that way whether you were mentally ill or not. And he gets in the secretary's face and he's screaming at her, "Do you understand me? Do you understand me?" Screaming and cussing in her face. And I was when you think that you would know, that you know what you would do in that situation, you don't. I froze. And he had a backpack. It was fucking terrifying. And he knew that he was in the wrong. And let me tell you how I know. This all happened in probably a minute, maybe a little less, because he looked at the secretary. He got his face as close as he could to the glass. And he said, "Don't you fucking dare call the cops on me. Don't call the authorities on me." And he whipped around and he looked at me and the 2 other guys that were in the room and said, "Do you fucking understand me? Do you understand?" Was screaming so fucking loud his voice cracked. And she just said, "Yes." And she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. She's so little and sweet and cute and meek and quiet. She did not deserve that. And he fucking stormed out of there. And as soon as that door shut, I heard the guy beside me breathe. He was holding his fucking breath the whole time. And I said, "What the hell was that?" And I shot up out of my seat and I ran towards the window and I was like, "Are you okay?" And the nurse came out to get one of the other people that was sitting in the room. And I turned around and I was like, "You need to check on her. You need to check on her. And you need to look and see the name of the man that just scheduled an appointment. And you need to tell him he is not allowed back in this fucking facility. He just threatened her. He just threatened all of us." I looked at this nurse and I have butted heads with this nurse a lot. In all the years that I have been going to my psychiatrist, I have only filed a complaint 1 time. And it was against her because I was having a psychotic episode and she backed me into a corner and accused me of being on drugs because I was having a schizoaffective moment and she was accusing me of being high and I wasn't. And I filed a complaint against her for it. But as soon as that door opened, I was like, "Where were you? Where were you 30 seconds ago?" So I handed the paperwork that I was doing to the secretary and I left. I said, "My number's on there. I can't wait for the lady that's scheduling this stuff. I need to get the hell out of here." Like, I wanted to be gone in case he came back. So I run outside to my car. If he would have been in there for 10 more seconds, I would have texted my husband and been like, can you please come in here? Within like 3 minutes of all this happening, Epps and I were driving down the street. We were like 3 or 4 blocks away. Mind you, driving 35, 40 miles per hour. And we passed him. He was trying to separate himself from that building as quickly as he possibly could. Like, do you not realize that's a literal fucking medical facility with your name, your address, your social security number, and your face all over the cameras? I don't know what happened. I don't know if they called any kind of police or anything like that, but he was a danger. He was a danger to everybody, and any person that walked by him on the sidewalk was in fucking danger, because he was one of those types of people, like, if you looked at him wrong, he was going to fucking snap on you. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they handled it after I left. I just knew that I wanted to get the fuck out of there. And the only reason, like, I didn't call the police myself is because he did that in a literal fucking medical facility. There's like half the people there are people like me, and the other half are people who are like legally obligated to be there because they're on probation or parole or they're in drug court. So, you know, the cops are already in and all over that place. But it was fucking terrifying because me and those 2 other people were trapped like fucking rats in the room with that man. The secretary and all those people were behind bulletproof, fucking shatterproof glass. The doctors and the nurses and the psychiatrists were all behind locked doors, and he was standing in front of the only fucking entrance and exit. And thank God he screamed at the top of his lungs. He said absolutely vile things, but he got the fuck out of there as quickly as he possibly could because he knew he was wrong. He knew he was wrong. It was horrifying. It really was, but like I said, it was not the craziest thing I had ever seen there. Definitely the craziest thing that I had ever seen was the guy smashing the windows. But it is, I think, a little after 8. I need to shower. I need to wash my wig and detangle it because I have to work tomorrow. Yeah, I am feeling better. I got violently ill after lunch. I mean, I will spare you the details of violently ill. But tomorrow is Saturday, so maybe me and Epps and E will go out and do something and I'll vlog it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.